in Chicago. This is about the 14th Amendment. All the Bill of Rights has been incorporated into the 14th Amendment. Long story. After the Civil War, African Americans were having their rights taken away. So the Congress passed the 14th Amendment to ratify through the states, but the states had to accept the civil rights, the Bill of Rights. Well, each, like speech, religion, it's all had to go to the Supreme Court to be what they call incorporated. The Second Amendment has never gone to the Supreme Court through a state review. Now, it had a couple years ago in D.C. versus Heller. Washington, D.C. has a complete pandemic. Now, that's a federal property, not a state. Now, this is why laws are tricky here. But in D.C. Heller, it did say that we had a right to bear arms and that we had a right to open carry. Now, that D.C. Heller will absolutely come into play in the McDonald versus Chicago court case. That's the 14th Amendment ramification. The Second Amendment is incorporated into the 14th Amendment, and there is a can of worms that's going to open for gun bans everywhere, and that's my opinion. And we'll just have to see what happens. But that thought is out there. That's why I'm saying let's don't rush to banning our civil rights. Let's wait until the court case is adjudicated in June. There is no rush. There has been no crimes committed over carrying. There's no great problem. So why the big rush? But I agree one thing with the chief. I don't have a problem with the city council saying it is legal or illegal, because that way I know what rights that I have, and I like to exercise my rights. So
isn't it already legal because it's by default? So why are we? So it's not clarification whether it's legal or illegal. They're just trying to go ahead and.
That is correct. It is already legal to open carry to Topeka. That's what I'm saying right now. That's correct. They are wanting to take that right away from us. Now, the Kansas state law says you can regulate, not ban, open carry of a loaded firearm. That's all it says. I have the law here. Not letting me open carry with my firearm is a ban. That's how I feel about it.
My understanding of what you read on that ordinance is, say, for example, I wanted to go hunting and I had a friend who lived 2 or 3 blocks away, and I strapped on my pistol and had my shotgun with me and was walking over to his house the way this ordinance reads, and I could be arrested for doing that because I was no longer to be on my property.
That's right.
My crap.
That's right. You just have to transport the weapons in a closed container unloaded. Right.
Not everybody has a closed container that would be able to do that. You know, like if, say, for example, if you just got one vehicle, wife went somewhere with the vehicle, and I told my buddy, yeah, I'll be over there in an hour. And, I mean, you're limiting, you're really jeopardizing with this ordinance what I consider as a privilege compound claims there, both for the police and for the private individuals. It's very restrictive.
This law was in effect for 27 or 28 years. Have we seen, outside the 2 examples that you gave last Tuesday, have we seen a rash of crimes due to open carry? I'm kind of a fact guy or statistics.
Since the law was repealed?
Yes. For 3 years now, we've been able to open carry. Are you seeing crime statistics go up? Have we heard of gang members open carrying now?
I think the problem was nobody really knew it. I bet there's a lot of people in this room that had no idea. Maybe some did, certainly, but a lot of people in the room didn't even know it. There were city council members who didn't even know it, because it was repealed along with 25 others that went out the door in one motion to adopt UPOP back in 2007. So, no one knows it. And my position on that is that I don't think we should just let this sleeping dog lie there when it's legal, and without us intentionally letting everyone know that it's legal, get the information to the public, let them know what the laws are, let the city council members deal with it, and if the city council members decide open carry is legal, that's fine. if they say we want to regulate it in some fashion, and Mr. McIntosh is right. It doesn't say ban, it says regulate. But that's what this does. It just says you can't carry them in open areas. Carry them in your house, carry them on your property, you can carry them concealed, but you can't carry them open.
You are hindering people that don't have concealed carry. Like, it's dangerous going to Walmart over here on 37th at 11 or 12 o'clock at night. I have a concealed carry, and I do carry my concealed weapon over there when I go late at night for my protection. A person that can't afford to pay out that money to get that concealed carry, he can't carry his gun over there for his personal protection. And they need it over there.
And I don't disagree with you. The problem is you had to get a license. You had to have a background check. They had to be, the state attorney general regulates that. You get all of those, and you qualified with the weapon, and you carry it. No problem with that. The problem you're suggesting is that anybody can carry a gun with no background checks, no demonstration of proficiency.
Anybody that can legally, by state law, can legally carry a weapon. If they're carrying illegally, and they do something, you have the right to apprehend them.
Yes, that's true. But there's a lot of things that won't be illegal. For example, criminal intimidation of the street gang, as Mr. McIntosh mentioned. That has nothing to do with ownership. What that has to do with is the state passed that law to deal with young people in intimidation in gangs. Criminal intimidation of the street gang has to do with people that are that want to withdraw from the street gang. Young kids who want to withdraw from the street gang, and they can't get out of the gang because of the peer pressure and a variety of things. The state passed a law that deals with criminal intimidation of the street gang, has to do with membership. It doesn't have anything to do with the intimidation of citizens by the street gang. I mean, I've got the ordinance right in front of me. It has nothing to do with that. So there are a lot of things out there that the council needs to deal with. And our point is they need to deal with them, and the community needs to know, and we need to have a debate, and we need to discuss it, and then the council decides what we're going to do, and we'll act accordingly.
I want to address what you just said about, people not being trained. Through our country, we are set up to be, if you're a law-abiding citizen, you have certain inalienable rights. One of them is own a gun. So if you're a law-abiding citizen, I think you should go out and get training and work. That's not for the government to decide. He's not going to have, what's next? Is he going to say, I have to get trained to go to church? Do I have to train? This is a civil right we're practicing right here. It's a symbol. It's as sacred as owning a gun. We have to take the class to assemble. What's next? If you're a law-abiding citizen, you have a right to carry a firearm. And the Bill of Rights was set up so people, like I say this machine, this is a person, but the government can't step in and say, well, I don't